Danny Skinner. Welcome back to our series of posts on how each Enneagram type can inhabit the best expression of themselves in the world so they can serve others during this incredibly surreal season of the coronavirus outbreak.
It is, and I'm happy to get to be with you in this context and on these episodes that we're bringing. I think they're really important to be bringing to our people during this time. So how are you doing today with all this?
No, I'm doing okay. Yeah.
How are you really doing?
Oh, it's therapy for Ian Day. Is that it? Okay.
We know each other too well.
I can make you cry. Listen, okay, so 2 days ago, I was not in a great space. Today, I'm in a better space, okay? But 2 days ago, I was in one of those quintessential 4 dark places, and Annie got so fed up with me. She turned to me at one point, threw her hands up in the air, and she said, "Ian, you are the only person I know who consistently sees the tunnel at the end of the light."
That's some serious 4 behavior right there.
Man, it's true. Like in relationships, we 4s can be a handful.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like we have a lot to bring to life's table in unsettling times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So self-aware, or what what word I'm coming up with instead of self-aware these days too, is the word skillful. Ooh. So self-aware or skillful 4s model for all of us that we'll eventually be able to get through hard seasons like the one we're in right now. We just naturally model that for people. We reveal the deeper meaning that can be found in hard times. Our artistic or creative expressions teach people how they can I know there's a quote by Frederick Buechner. I love this. He says how to whistle in the dark.
Oh, I love that. That's so good.
Isn't that good? I think 4s, through their art, their creative expressions, teach people how to whistle in the dark and find redemption in life's inescapable losses, right?
I love that.
We're sensitive to the feeling of others. We're imaginative, and yes, counter to the stereotype, we can be very funny and entertaining, albeit in a very quirky fashion sometimes.
So that's the skillful 4, the self-aware 4. What about when we're not really at our best? You and I are both 4s. What about when we're not at our best?
Yeah, man. Well, we become broody, self-absorbed, cloying, you know what I mean? And melancholy. If we have too much time on our hands, we tend to leave the here and now and begin to dwell on the ideal future or the ideal past. Our attention tends to nail itself to what's missing and unattainable rather than to what's present and available to us in the moment. And when that happens, we can become very critical of others and of situations that don't measure up to our idea of the platonic ideal, right? Just if things were perfect, and that's not a good place to be at all.
So we have the skillful 4, we have the 4s not at our best. What is a 4 to do in this season that we find ourselves in? Maybe give us again 2 or 3 tips.
Yeah, so here are a few superpowers that we can tap into to be our best selves, and I like this phrase, to be kindly guides in hard times, right? So number 1, 4s are the most empathic number on the Enneagram. We have an unrivaled ability to be present to others in intense situations without succumbing to this urge to fix them, you know? You know what sitting Shiva means?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, well, for those who don't, it comes from the Jewish tradition.
Yeah.
When someone dies, you have people who come and sit Shiva with the person who's mourning. Okay. And these people don't try and fix this person, they don't try to make them feel better. They sit on boxes, low boxes or chairs, and they just sit and be present to the person who's mourning. And that's a superpower for us. Because basically, people don't want to be fixed when they're hurting. They just want someone to be radically present to them.
That's good. Okay, number two.
Okay. As a rule, I think all of us should try to make it easy for people to love us. You know what I'm saying? We should just try to make it a little easier for people to love us, and that's especially true right now. And one of the ways that we can do that as fours is to practice the spiritual discipline of gratitude, right? I always laugh because I tell people, fours are not hard to disappoint,
Right.
And really an antidote to that is a spiritual practice of gratitude. So as part of my recovery program, the first thing I do every morning is I take an inventory of all the things and the people in my life for which I'm grateful, right? I do it sometimes just laying in bed, like, if I'm holding Ann in bed, and I'll just be thinking about the things I'm grateful for in life. And what that does is it staves off the four's tendency to always see what's missing rather than what's present, right?
Good.
Like what is here right now that I can be grateful for?
That's so good.
Yeah, right now, what can I be grateful for? Now, when you do that practice, it begins to slowly warm that four, brings them out of that, being so internally focused, and open up and sort of embody a more cruciform shape in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like, open their arms and just be present to other people with gratitude. And it's not enough, by the way, to be grateful. You have to act grateful.
Ooh, that's good.
Right? So that's a whole different deal. My sponsor told me that the other day. It's not enough to be grateful. You have to act grateful. And that's something fours have to learn how to do.
Number three.
Number three? You think I have a third tip?
I think you got a third one in you.
This is a big one.
Okay.
Fours have to focus on doing things rather than merely feeling things. Okay? So fours have to be careful that they don't let their emotions color their entire experience of the moment or retreat up into their imaginations where they tend to exaggerate their feelings, their emotions, because we don't like just regular emotions. We like big, exaggerated emotions. That's a sign that's a red flag for fours when they start to do that. Okay. So I want fours to focus on performing ordinary tasks. I know we hate the word ordinary, but there's beauty in the ordinary. So I want them to do things, not just to feel things. Percy the dog is doing something right now, for example. He's not even a 4. Percy's a 7. Anyway, I want fours to do something, okay? So that might mean do the vacuuming, do the dishes, clean a toilet. Yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. I want you to go to the supermarket, volunteer to go to the supermarket, because here's the thing. Fours tend to feel rather than do. In fact, did you see my hat today? What does it say?
Doing things.
Yes, this is my hat. It does not say feeling things. It says doing things. Doing is repressed for fours, so they have to bring it up to the level of their feelings. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, doing things, focusing on doing rather than just feeling is a really important thing for fours right now, so they can be their best for the people they live with and care about. I mean, that's what this whole series is. It's not just about self-knowledge. It's about how in this difficult time can I deeply love and widen my circle of concern for the people around me. Right?
That's good. That's so good.
This is not going to be a 1-week deal, dude. This is not 2 weeks. It is not 3 weeks. We don't know how long this is going to be.
Right.
This whole time could be a great experiment in how can I become a saint? And using the Enneagram as one of many tools to help accomplish that sort of sacred goal.
I love that. I love that.
Good idea?
I love that.
And I love Enneagram 4s.
And we love you fours out there. Yes.
We do. And coming up next, we got fives, the investigators, and we love them too, right?
That's right. Stick around and check out the investigator episode.
Yeah, man. The post on fives will be going up. I don't know when, but fives, keep an eye out for it. We want to help you be your best in these difficult times. We love you.
Thank you,
Grateful.
Ian.
Thanks, Anthony.
See ya.